For germinating new seeds, I've got an order that just came in from Johnny Seeds, and I'm ready to germinate some new seeds. That way I can have more plants in my grow bed. Today I'm going to show you how I germinate step by step. Let's get started. So we take our seeds and our cocoa coir, which I'm going to show you. Today I've got lemon balm, cilantro, arugula, sage, bell peppers, cayenne peppers, zucchini squash, Johnny Seeds, and I've got my cocoa coir. These are grow pucks here, and they're biodegradable and expandable, and you just throw them in water. See this? Take this, we throw this in water like this. Boop. And then after we throw it in the water, we let it set for probably 30 minutes, an hour. We take it back out. Looks like this, right? Okay. So we have this right here that gets thrown in the water. Boop. Then it comes out like this. It expands 10 times its size. Then we take a tray, we put it in the tray. Now, something that can help you with germination is putting your seeds in a mini fridge like I've got, okay? And that'll help to stratify. So you've got a mini fridge, because all we need is light, we need moisture, we need heat, right? That's all we need. So if you put it in the fridge and then it goes under that light, it's gonna be a better process for it to germinate more successfully. So remember that, but if not, then just germinate straight out of the pack. Now, once your cocoa coir is expanded, we just line them up in the tray like so. Okay. Put them in here. That right there is the size that you want. All the way expanded. Put this one back in, it's not ready. This one's not ready. This one is definitely just about ready. Now the tray is almost full. If you don't have a full tray, doesn't matter. Now let's go to planting seeds. What's the advice on planting seeds? The advice on planting seeds is take a look at the instructions for each seed on the back. Johnny Seeds shows you instructions for direct seeding these, light and soil requirements, and you can't go wrong looking at the instructions. If you just want to plant the seed, plant the seeds. Nothing wrong with that. Take a little pencil and just put you a little hole in there about a 1/4 inch deep or less, and plant your seed in there, or take it, put your seed in there and kind of squish it up. Make sure that you don't cover it too much, and make sure that your seed's not above the soil, otherwise it'll just get burned up by the light. But let's plant some seeds, and then let's put this underneath the light and watch it grow. Seeds are planted in the growing medium. We want to make sure of two things before I put my tray dome on or cover. I want to make sure that all my seeds are below the soil line. If they're below the soil line, that means they're not going to get burned up, because if they're on top, the lights will burn the seeds up and they will not successfully germinate. If they're too far below the soil line, they won't emerge correctly and they won't germinate either. So make sure the right sowing depth or planting depth is accurate, okay? Make sure you do your research. I've got some resource information in the link down below so you guys can read up a little bit, but if you don't need to, just do what I did and you're gonna be successful. So I have this pump sprayer here. Before I put this tray underneath the lights, I want to spray this. Spray it. Sometimes I even spray the tray itself, just not the growing medium. And make sure it's plenty wet. Then put my cover on and let's go place it underneath the lights. Now you don't need a big light. A little fluorescent light like these LEDs right here would probably work, a T5, something like that. But I've got a 300 watt light, and I just back it off the surface a little bit and it does just fine for me. Voila! There it is. underneath the lights to germinate. I'll be checking every day to make sure that this dome stays wet. If it's not wet, then I want to wet it to make sure that my humidity levels stay really high. During germination, you want humidity levels to be 95%, really, really high compared to after they germinate and the seedling enters the vegetative stage. So this right here is how you germinate. I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel and help support my channel by being a patron. Go to my Patreon. Look at this, cucumbers. Roots submerged in the trough. I've got okra growing. Jalapenos. Beans. Basil. Kale. Broccoli. More tomatoes. So just to review how I germinate my seeds, take and fill a tray with cocoa coir, and that cocoa coir has been submerged in water for an hour. It expands. I put my seeds directly in the cocoa coir, the growing medium. Then I transfer that cocoa coir growing medium into a tray. That little flat there holds all my cocoa coir growing medium with my seeds, and there's a tray or a dome every day for the next 5 to 7 days, which it won't take that long to germinate some of these because some of them are only going to take 3 days to germinate. But for the zucchini squash, that may take a little bit longer. Check every day to make sure there's water on this dome. You need to make sure that the medium are staying a little bit moist and not drying out. Otherwise, you're not going to have successful germination. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me when you support me. And if you haven't subscribed, check out Patreon/Taddy Digest.